Hey guys, I just want to give you a quick tutorial on how to navigate this course. So you should first obviously have gone to Moodle and found the link. If you see this video, you obviously signed up for Praxis. A little about Praxis. So Praxis is a company that is interested in using digital assets to teach bioinformatics and computational biology and any sort of data science type thing. And so, what they provide for you guys and me, for me, it's sanity, because the first time I taught this course, I had everybody install this is the first time teaching this course. The first time I taught a computational biology course for R, I had everybody install everything on their own computer, and I spent 95+% of my time troubleshooting everybody's installations, and everyone's got different computer types, and I'm not a Mac person, so that was a nightmare, and all this different stuff. So what Praxis does is it kind of centralizes everything, and so it makes everything in a web browser. So it makes virtual machines, which are essentially copies of Windows that are on the internet, or in this case, we're going to use Linux. But that way you can have all these things pre-installed that we need. You don't have to do any installation. It's really nice for the R stuff because there's a lot of packages that need installed and stuff, and we get those pre-installed for the most part, unless I missed one on the list to send to them because they can't read my mind on what needs installed. But yeah, and it also provides computational power. So some of these scripts can be pretty computationally intensive. And so we end up having, as they say, the computational power of a high-end gaming PC for each person, which means you got a lot of RAM and a quite good processor. So good enough to do almost everything besides like full genome alignments, which you need like a cloud computer. And then at the end of the course, they give you a certification, and we'll get more into that as I'm going to do a video on jobs, and we'll talk about the certification. So if you have taken the RStudio class, Praxis has grown quite a bit since I started working with them, and they've actually got their own website, or their website's moved, and they're kind of branching off and redesigning. So their website looks fantastic, actually. I only saw it just yesterday, this new website. But what we're going to do is we're going to click login on the right-hand toolbar there. This should look familiar if you took the R class. If not, this login should be the email that you used in the Shopify link. Then your password. You should probably only have one course. It should be this, unless you might have an R course still up if you took that. Introduction to Python for Computational Biology down here. And so this is the course, essentially. So we have four what we call learning paths, and then there's skill sets or tiles. Skill sets, I guess, is the best way to call it, inside here. And so the reason this video this class kind of got started late is because I had it just about all set up, and then I had an idea that I was like, oh, I really want to try this. So what you'll find is that in this course versus the previous courses I've taught with Praxis, you now have these two options at the top here. So you have video guided and you have self-guided. And so what the video guided has is the traditional way that I've taught my courses in the past. Is there no volume for this lecture? It says there is. I just can't hear it. I don't have my monitor on, I guess. You probably heard all that. But so this is the traditional way, where I'm coding and you're coding along with me. I highly recommend that you watch the videos and do it this way, because I'm obviously able to better elaborate on different things, and really get into detail about how this course works, or how the Python stuff works. Now, alternatively, which I've added, is the self-guided. So the self-guided here allows you to click on this video or this lab, gonna come up. Oh, whoops, that was the wrong one. This one here. Okay. And what happens is you have your lab environment, and you have a printout of what the activity is here. As you can see, not a ton of detail. So if you really want to get into this, I highly encourage you to at least do the video first, and then end up using this notebook as we go. Virtual Lab's currently unavailable. We're still working on a little kinks. This is what happens when you start a new, teach a new course here. But yeah, so these are your options. So to get full credit, you just have to do one version. So if you do the video guided, you can do that, or if you do the self-guided, you can do that. So for the most part, when you do the video guided, there will be this Jupyter Labs environment here that says optional, and that is just your blank environment with no notes on it, right? So if you want to use the videos, it'll be just as before, where you can, so this is my video, and I'm going to just log in on a second tab here too as well. So I got my video here. Oops. Trying to set this up. Oh gosh, set this up. Most of you know this. This is mainly for the people that haven't. Get my Detroit Lions blog here up. For those of you that haven't taken the course before. So this is how most people did it. Or if you have like a tablet, you can pull up the video on the tablet. They're all on YouTube. And then you can just have your environment here. So, for instance, I think it'd be better if we did it. This way, and like this. I could probably shrink this down a bit. There we go. All right, so I can watch the video. You can actually move this, right, to make this smaller, and then say I have to do something in terminal. Just pull up the terminal, etc. So coding along with my video. So yeah, so that you'll notice that in the oops, I made that a little too big. In the video section, this Jupyter Labs environment exists, but in the self-guided it doesn't, and that's because you don't need it for the self-guided, right? So when you do the self-guided, it has the tutorial and the platform built in together. But like I said, there's just not as much information there. It's just kind of the ideal way to do it would be to watch the videos, code along with it, and then maybe go through it and do the self-guided to see if you understand it using those type of instructions. Okay, so yeah, that is it. Also, you can play around on Praxis here too. There are group spaces, so you can chat or post messages to the other people in the classroom. You can this is our leaderboards, and so you might see your name on here. It's just shows you how far people have gotten in the class. Me versus the average. I'm kicking all your all's butt right now. No, I'm just joking. I don't even know if I'm on here. I might not count. There is. I'm not going to use messages on here. I'll probably just use it on Moodle to send you stuff because most of you have that like linked up to your email and whatnot. Your progress. So it shows you kind of each skill or little like path and how much you've completed. Your performance. There's just a lot of stuff that you can kind of. What is this? You should spend more time studying. I probably like clicked through a quiz to see if all the questions were there or something. Assessments. So there's a whole bunch of different stuff on here that you can kind of click through and check out. What else? So the other thing is what they've added. We had this in one of our classes, I think in the data science class, or the data products class. So now there's these two AI resources, and what this is there's like an AI algorithm that looks at the information that we're presenting or teaching in class, and it searches the internet and finds something that it deems relevant. And so there's two of these that you just have to kind of check out because we want to add context to this whole ordeal, right? And so it's not just like, oh, you're just typing stuff and not understanding why you're doing it. But then at the bottom, there's a whole bunch more. And so if you're interested, if you're like, oh, you might want to take a peek of these. If bioinformatics or Python specifically piques your interest, then take a look, because maybe this is something people go into our fields, into biology, like, I'm gonna be a doctor, and then sometimes people realize you don't want to be a doctor after you've started college. That was the case for me. So this might be something cool to check out. Anyways, and if you do like something, if there is and it gives you an estimate of how long it is to read each thing. If you do read some of these articles and you actually like them, click this thumbs up, or there's no thumbs down, so just leave it blank, because that will change what shows up on the course based on who's liking what. So if more people are liking stuff I'm sure people probably find it interesting. There's the CDC Pathogen Genomics Network, so this is kind of health focused, right? So if people like this, reading this type of thing, then that'll show up more, as opposed to, I saw something about databases down here, like the real technical stuff, pandas. So anyways, so there's that. This just kind of shows you, I don't know if we have any achievements. Oh yeah, you have little achievements if you get over 80% on a quiz. Completing all the resources. I don't know how you test out of anything. That's at least not on my course. That's weird. But yeah, so it's a really cool website. It's 100 times better than Moodle. No offense, Moodle people, but like it just fits what we're doing better. There's something else. Also, if you do like some of the stuff here, you can also give ratings to. If you like, this was a great video, or this article sucked, or whatever, you can do that. You can comment, etc. Okay, a couple more things. So in each learning pathway, there is a discussion board. And it's usually under the video guided. I didn't post them one for self-guided and one for video guided, because I didn't want to have two different places that you could post because they're not linked up, if that makes sense. So anyways, if you have an issue, I am more than happy to help you. 100%. I am going to help you learn all this stuff. But I ask that all that I ask is that you post it in the discussion the same time you ask me. And the reason for that is I have, I think, 75 of you in the classes corner. So I get a lot of questions that are the same question. And so if you post it into the discussion, I can answer it for you. And I will answer it via email as well, but we'll post the question and answer in the discussion as well. So then as the semester goes, if you have something that's not working, you might want to just poke into the discussion while you're waiting for an answer from me, or before you even send me an email, because it may be answered by somebody else. And so, like I said, that's all you do is, maybe post your code that's not working and then post your error message or something like that. If you've done the R classes, the R data products, we did it in data products, and the class was just fantastic at it, and it I think really helped how the class rolled along. Okay, what else? I think that is it for the most part. So I'm more than happy to help, but post stuff in discussion. There's now a self-guided and a video-guided version of each lecture. These last two, I'm working on getting everything posted. I think right now I'm up to here, but by the end of the week, I'm hoping to at least finish this learning path, so in the next 2 days, and then get these posted. But nobody's not that far yet. But yeah, if you have questions, there is one more thing. So this is just like with R. I had 2 courses for R. This is part 1 of a 2-course series. The second part is this going to be taught the first time in this summer. So it's going to be during summer 1. And so I think I did a good enough job distinguishing that this is Python 1 and that the summer one's Python 2, because I had 75 people sign up for this, and then I had 8 or something like that so far sign up for the summer class. So if you are interested in learning more, and I think the summer class is still kind of open, and maybe if there are people that are going to take it, maybe in the next week or 2 we'll do a poll and determine what you guys want to learn. Like, I had some ideas. So this is I don't know where my other books were. So one idea was doing like computer vision. So the way that this ties in is, we're doing a lot of genomic stuff. And so computer vision is a way for computers to analyze images, and it can play a huge role in phenomics, right? So measuring phenomes or traits of things, right? So it's real big in like microscopy. So people write computer vision algorithms to look at microscope photos to determine if cells are cancerous and things like that. So doing stuff like computer vision or modeling or AI, machine learning and things like that would be stuff I'd be interested in doing for the second course. But I'm open to suggestions too. Anyways, okay, so that's it. 20 minutes. And so I hope you enjoy the course. I'm open to feedback. I'm sorry it is not as organized. The first time it's going to be a mess because I get these ideas at the last minute like I did with this one, and try to double the size of my course by adding essentially an entire another, non-video track at the last minute. But I do really enjoy teaching this course. I have a lot of pride in this course. So I'm open to feedback. Please let me know if what you like, what you don't like, etc. I'm going to stop blabbing. Thanks for taking the course. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you enjoy.